in the last, in the last session, we saw in between the coral and the Navaratna Kota, there are two, in between the coral enclosure and the Navaratna enclosure, Bhagavan Vishnu is said to be present. And how is that Vishnu? Kambu Sudarshana Vilasat Karapadmam Kantalola Vanamalam Muchukunda Moksha Phaladam Mukundam Anandakandam Avalambe. That Sudarshan, that Mahavishnu is having Sudarshana Chakra in his hand, and he is also having Padma. Padma means what? Lotus. Lotus in his other hand. Kantalola Vanamalam. He is wearing a Vanamala as well, and he is the Muchukunda Moksha Phaladam. He is blessing the Muchukunda Chakravarti with the moksha. And in the last class as well, I said what is the relationship between Muchukunda Chakravarti and Mahavishnu, and what is the relationship between these two, that is Muchukunda and Mukunda. In the shloka, if we see Muchukunda Moksha Phaladam, Mukundam Anandakandam Avalambe. He could have used Vishnu or Mahavishnu, etc. But he specifically uses the word Mukundam to denote Mahavishnu, because both these Muchukunda and Mukunda, I have said, there is Sahasra Namavali for Tiruvarur Tyagaraja Swami. For Tiruvarur Tyagaraja Swami, there is a special, very secretive Sahasranama called as Muchukunda Sahasranama and Mukunda Sahasranama. Mukunda Sahasranama people normally know, because the Tiruvarur Tyagaraja himself, Bhagavan Vishnu, if we go to Tiruvarur Tyagaraja, the Tyagaraja temple, there will be a huge Mahavishnu picture. And Tyagaraja Swami, the Utsava Vigraham is said to be present in Mahavishnu's heart, and Mahavishnu is said to do puja for Tyagaraja all the time. So Mahavishnu has made a Sahasranamam called as Mukunda Sahasranamam. They even relate it with the story. The 1,000 flowers should be there, and one of the lotus will be missing, and Mahavishnu will give his own eyes, because he is called as Padma. His eyes is said to be as beautiful as the lotus flower. So Mahavishnu gives his own eyes, places his own eyes as the 1,000th flower, chanting the Mukunda Sahasranamavali. But Muchukunda also has made a Sahasranamavali for Tiruvarur Tyagaraja, and both of these Sahasranamavalis have very rare, secretive Sri Vidya worshipping methods. So we saw that is why Muchukunda and Mukunda, they all are said in one shloka. And now we have to see from shloka number 79. And what will we expect? The previous in the previous avaranas, that is in between the coral and the Navaratna avarana, I think shloka number 71 or so. Yeah, shloka number 71. Avaranayoho Avaranayoraharnisha Mantara Bhumau Prakasha Shalinyam Asinam Ambujasanam Abhinava Sindura Gaura Mahamide. This is shloka number 71 that explains Brahma, Chaturmukha Brahma, husband of Saraswati, present in between the emerald and coral. Now, in between coral and Navaratnam, Bhagavan Vishnu is present. So who is going to be in between Navaratnam and the next avarana? It is going to be Ishvara. It is going to be Parameshwara, Bhagavan Shiva. And that is what we are going to see. Only that explanation is going to come. Shloka number 79. Tatravaranottara bhage Tarapati bimba chumbi nijashringaha Vividha manigana ghatitaha Vitaratu salo vinirmalam dishanam. After the Navaratna Kota, after the wall that is made up of Navaratna, there is a wall, there is a compound wall that is made up of precious gems, because Navaratna is only 9, right? Apart from Navaratna as well, there are a lot of precious gems available. And after the Navaratna enclosure, there is a wall that is made up of many precious gems. And Acharya says, let that gem give me Vinirmalam Dhishanam. Let that avarana give me pure intellect. Jnanamichet Jnanamicchetu Shankaraha, says the shloka. If you want jnanam, if you want knowledge, Parameshwara is the deity to be propitiated. There is a lot of shloka for, there is a lot of palan for worshipping lot of devatas. Ayur Icchet Suryaha, Bhaskaraha, Arogyam Icchet Bhaskaraha. If you want a nice Arogyam, Arogyam means health. Arogyam Bhaskaradicchet. Arogyam Bhaskaradicchet. If you want nice health, then you have to worship Bhagavan Surya to get nice health. Shriyam Icchet Hutashanaha. If you want a lot of money, Shriyam, then you have to worship Agni. We say Mahalakshmi is the Adhishtana Devata for all the Ved. But where is Mahalakshmi present? Mahalakshmi is present only in Agni. Hiranyavarnam Harinim Suvarnarajatasrajam Chandram Hiranmayim Lakshmim Jata Vedoma Avaha, says Sri Suktam. Even Mahalakshmi has to be propitiated on Agni. That is why we have kept both in the morning and the evening. It does not matter how many salagramam you have in your house. It does not matter how many Devi Devatas pictures we have in our house. We have to regularly light the lamp because Mahalakshmi is present in that Agni. So Shriyamichet Hutashanaha, Jnanamicchetu Shankaraha. If you want Jnanam, then you need to worship Shankaraha. Mokshamicchet Janardanaha. If you want moksha, you have to worship Bhagavan Vishnu, says the shloka. So because Parameshwara is going to be present inside that Nana Ratna Kotai, so that let that Nana Ratna enclosure give me Jnanam, give me Vinirmalam Dhishanam, Jnanam which is not corrupted. That is what is very important. We all have Jnanam. Everybody has got some kind of intellect, but they all are corrupted by ego. They all are corrupted by selfishness. What do I get out of that Jnanam? We all have that aspect in it. But Bhagavan Parameshwara is going to give us Atma Jnanam itself. That is why here we say Salaha Vinirmalam Dhishanam. And shloka number 80, who is present in between these two enclosure? It is only in this shloka. It is going to be said, Prakara Dvitaya Antara Kakshyam Pruthu Ratna Nikara Sankirnam Namata Sahasra Stamba Mandapanamnati Vishrutam Bhuvane. In between those two avarana, what two avarana? Navaratna and Nanaratna avarana. There is a huge Ayirankal Mandapam. There is a huge Mandapa with 1,000 pillars. If we go to Chidambaram temple, if we go to Tirupati, if we go to Madurai Meenakshi temple, if we go to Rameshwaram temple, those famous temple they will have some mandapam called as Ayirankal Mandapam. It will be a huge mandapa supported by 1,000 pillars, right? So that is what here it says. Namata Sahasra Stambaka Mandapa Namnati Vishrutam Bhuvane. There is going to be a Sahasra Stambaka Mandapam. There is going to be an Ayirankal Mandapam in between those two enclosure. And who is present in between those two enclosure? Pranumastatra Bhavani Sahacharam Ishanam Indukantadaram. Pranumaha, I worship. Who do I worship? Tatra, there. Bhavani Sahacharam Ishanam. Ishanam Parameshwara, who is present along with Bhavani. Parameshwara's name here is called as Bhava. Bhava and Bhavani. I'm going to worship Bhava and Bhavani, who is responsible for samsara, who is also responsible for moksha. Bhavani, Bhavanagamya, Bhavaranya Kutharika. We saw in Lalita Sahasranamam. So the name Bhavani itself commands a respect. Bhavani Twandase Mayi Vitara Drishtim Sakarunam Itistotum Vanchan Bhavani Twamityaha Tataiva Twantasmai Dishasi Nijasa Ayujya Patavi Mukunda Brahmendra Sputamakuta Nirajita Patam. So the name Bhavani is capable of giving moksha. Yes, Acharya, Adi Shankaracharya in his Saundarya Lahari, that Ambal Swarupam is called as Bhavani. And here I worship Bhavani and Ishana. And they are not alone. Shrungara Nayikam, Anushilana Bhajopi, Bringinandi Mukha. And when Parameshwara is there, there is going to be a lot of Shivaganas. Even after our daily puja, Shiva puja, we are supposed to say Bhano Ravana Chandesha Nandi Bhringirdayaha Mahadeva Prasadoyam Grinhe Sarvada Grinhe Bhavatu Sarvata. This is the shloka that we have to say because Parameshwara will never be alone. There is going to be Shivagana, Bhanasura, Ravanasura, Chandesha, Bhano, Ravana, Chandesha, Nandi, Bringi, Ridadaya. There is Nandi, there is Bringi, there is another Shivagana called as Ridadaya. Rida Adaya means what? Etc., etc., etc. And here, Bringi Nandi Mukha. And so Parameshwara is surrounded by his followers, his Shivagana. But this is where Durvasa is very explicit. And he says, okay, this Nandi, Bringi, they are not worshipping Parameshwara, but they are doing japa of Ambal, Shrungara Nayikam, Anushilana Bhajopi. Shrungara Nayikam is Ambal. They are doing the japam of Ambal's mantra, Shrungara Nayakam, Anushilana Bhajopi, Bringi Nandini. Because this is an Ambal, this is the shloka. Ambal is the main character in the shloka. So everybody is said to chant Ambal's mantra. And after that, Tasyena Vahana Yojana Dure, Vande Manomayam Vapram, Ankuran Manikiranamantara Kakshyamcha Nirmalamanayoho. So up until precious gems, this is something that we can see. And we are also ending, up until 100 shlokas, somewhere near 100, all these avaranas are going to be there. From about 100th shloka or 105th shloka, we are going to enter into the Chintamani Griha of Ambal itself. We are very nearing, as we near, we are going to have, even mysterious kotais, mysterious walls, and even mysterious Devi and Devata. We have seen Brahma, Vishnu, and Ishvara. Ishvara is present in an enclosure enclosed between Navaratnam and precious gems. But for after precious gems, there is going to be a kotai, there is going to be an enclosure. And what is that enclosure is made up of? That enclosure is made up of Manas Tattvam. Manas means what? Mind, right? So that enclosure, it is made up of mind. We cannot even imagine. If gold, we can imagine, silver, we can imagine, iron, we can imagine. But how can there be an enclosure that is made up of mind? It means Samashti Manastattvam. All of our minds are put together as a wall. So we say like mind block and all we say, right? So this is the mind block that that we have to talk about, because our mind is something. What is the function of a compound wall? The function of a compound wall is to hide what is present inside to the people who are present outside, right? In the same way, our Manas Tattvam is something which hides the Ambal who is present inside all of us. And that is the Tattvartham behind this mind. We are going to see Manaha, Buddhi, Chitta, Ahankara. Those are going to be the next 4 avaranas. All of these enclosures are doing what? Ambal is present in all of our heart. But because of Manaha, Buddhi, Ahankaram, Chittam, Ambal is as though covered by all these things, so that we cannot realize the Ambal who is present inside our own self. And this mind, this wall that is made up of mind is there. And in that, within that enclosure, Tatraiva Mritavapim Taralataranga Validha Tatayugmam Muktamaya Kalahamsim Mudrita Kanakara Vinda Sandoham and Shakropala Mayabringi Sangeetonmesha Ghoshita Digandam Kanchanamayanga Vilasat Karandava Shandatandava Manogyam. What is present inside our mind? Manasarovar. Normally we think Manasarovar is a lake that is present in the border of India and China. But no. Manasarovar, everybody's mind has got a Manasarovar. Mana, mind, Sarovar. There is a lake in everybody's mind, in everybody's heart. And Parameshwara and Parameshwari, Ambal and Shiva are supposed to be 2 swans that are swimming in this lake. Hamsa Hamsaya Vidmahe Paramahamsaya Dhimahi Tanno Hamsa Prachodayat. We say doing Ajapa Japam, we chant all these mantras. That is the original Manasarovar, and that is what is being described here. And that Manasarovar is filled with Amritavapi. This Manasarovar, the physical Manasarovar can be filled with water, but the Manasarovar that is present in our mind is filled with Amrita, and that inside that Manasarovar, inside that Sarovara, Muktamaya Kalahamsi, Mudrita Kanakara Vinda Sandoham, there are a lot of Annapakshis are there. And there is going to be flower. If it is imagined as a lake, then there is going to be a lot of lotus flowers are there. There is going to be honey bees are there. Shakropala Maya Bringi means bee. Sangeetonmesha Ghosheta Digandam Kanchana Mayanga Velasat Karandava Shanda Tandava Manogyam. There is going to be all those animals and birds that dwell in lake. They are also present in between these 2 enclosures, that is precious gems and manas. And what Devi is going to be present, up until now, at least we have seen most of these Devi and Devata. Bhadrakali, we know, Vasanta Rutu, we know, Grishma Rutu, Varsha Rutu, Sharad Rutu, Hemanta Rutu, Shishir Rutu, Mantrini Devi, Siddha, Charana, Sankarshini, Apsaras, Nagas, Kings, Dikpalakas, Varahi, Brahma, Vishnu, Ishvara. At least at one point of the time, we have at least heard of them. But the next Devis, all the Devis who are going to be coming, because as we enter, as we become very, very close to that Chintamani Graha, these descriptions of Devis, they are very, very unique and very, very special to the Sri Vidya Upasana Tantra, more of which we will see from the next class. Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnad Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shri Guru Namaha. Hari Om.